I think, and so for me, and I'd say this, how I found my way into this little corner, I'm different than everyone else. I'd actually was searching for a sermon on a particular topic, and Pastor Paul Vanderklay's a sermon came up, and I watched it. And by the way, I loved it because it was low production value and everything. And I was a house church pastor. I love that aspect of it. It was really interesting. He was talking about things that were like, wow, he's talking about that in church. So that was wild. And then the algorithm kicked up Grimm's first randos conversation with Paul Vanderklay. And I was just mesmerized. And I hang out with a lot of guys who are kind of like Grimm in a certain way, not really normies. And so I was just, first off, I thought he was just an interesting character. I was very impressed that Paul Vanderklay, a guy with status, is talking to this random guy. You know, I just thought that was like, what is going on here? And so I found my way in the bottom of the YouTube to this Bridges of Meaning Discord, and then I jump in, and there are all these amazing conversations going on with these with awesome people. It was wild, and it was something that wasn't existing, you know, out in the world. What I really like about Grimm is Grimm sees things that, and I would just use the term normie, which I fit into that realm to a certain extent, although I might be called a conspiracy theorist by some. But he sees these threads, and he has this amazing ability to grab this little piece of this conversation and ties it into this movie. And he finds these threads and is just pointing them, kind of trying to bring these signals out so people can see, quite frankly, how we're under so much control, right? And plus he does it with a great sense of humor, which is just it's hilarious to watch those things. I really like the community that came out around him, like so the people that come in and start chatting in his chats. It's funny. There's a language that comes up with those folks and those people, and so for me, he behind all that, he's pointing out these things for people to see them, and hopefully they can see them. But he doesn't hit you over the head with it. Like he likes, he makes you work for it a little bit, right? And so, you know, he doesn't try and tell you exactly what he's trying to show you. And that's part of the thing. He's trying to teach you how to figure some of this stuff out on your own, right? And there is this sense of that virtually not alone. And so kind of the cast of characters that he brings together are people that may have been before this place had, you can't have the types of conversations or hang out with people or whatever. And so that's why I really like, I like Grimm's channel. And I made this one comment about Grimm, and I still think it's true. I think Grimm is the sort of guy that was, if Jesus were to come back or whatever, in some sense, he would spot Jesus faster than most Christians on this earth. I think he'd get it. I think he'd see to it. He sees the thing behind the thing. So there's a method to his madness, and so that's what I like about what Grimm is doing. And I think and that's why there's a reason why Paul highlights him so much. He's an extremely valuable person in his corner.